Yeah, I'm just a Kurp. Yes. I'm only a Kurp, and I'm derpity derping on the interwork. Well, it's a long, long skirt to the viral serp. It's a long, long work while I'm stuck in the commerp, but I know I'll go summer. At least I hope and pray that I work. But today I'm still just a Kurp. Well, I'm just a Kurp and I derpity derp. Or old you come and derp with Merp. From the depths of the FERP, I start as a smurp, hoping for likes and chirps to climb the warp. Then it's off to the chirps when a big derp's to surf. If I pass all the chirps, I'll be shared foreign work. But if I get flagged or we derp, back to the draft, now derp. We work in repurp, in the endless constant flirp. Please buy a t-shirt, help kid Kurp off surf. Have you read Derp Phonetics? Oh, you come and Derp with Merp.
Are we recording yet?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Do you remember in Lucy? What's his name? Luc Besson. Yeah. So
Luc Besson.
Yeah, it's Scarlett Johansson. Imagine if a woman
Becomes
could use
God.
her entire brain. Was the premise of the movie? And then, so she
And is God.
Yeah, she takes she absorbs the drug, and then it shows her getting smarter through animals. It's like stage 1. Oh no, she's as smart as a dolphin now.
And she looks into the eyes of the first monkey girl, Lucy, right?
Oh, is that what that was supposed to be?
She's the first conscious. They call her Lucy, right? So
Well, that Luc Besson is a real creep, isn't he? I mean, what a French weirdo. I thought he had a fetish for... by the way, welcome to the Derp with Kurp. I'm your host, Kurp, and joining me is Jay Dyer, wearing a bucket hat.
representing the
Representing-
elderly.
Pretty hard. We look like two old experts on hip-hop just getting together to talk about...
Liam Gallagher and Oasis.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm wearing this bucket hat.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Jay gave me this book, Esoteric Hollywood. This is the book 3 of it, but already I was getting into it because, boy, is this shit lousy. Is Hollywood lousy with symbology, isn't it?
They're low tier now, but they were better, and that book kind of went through when they were better. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that, low tier compared to when they were better? What
I
would
mean,
be
I think
better?
like the last 10 years of movies is trash now, but like the further you go back, the better movies were.
Yeah, well, it's better, like programming. You know, I got a bunch of friends of mine have complain about Star Wars and all fucking dude like media, and I mean they got a point, but also let's face it, it always was some kind of programming.
That's
you know,
true. That's true.
like out of the gate. I mean, what is like you have all Star Wars and all that in here, right? Or what do you got? Or is that in another volume?
That's in other ones we get into that kind of stuff. That one is like Christopher Nolan comic book shit. It's Gnostic feminist archetype.
Remember Hancock? It's not Hancock. It's Hancock.
You talking about Will Smith?
Yeah.
Will Smith, yeah.
He's got the guy loves a pretty lady, I'll tell you that. And he's like a superhero, and then Charlize Theron is his.
Hancock, yes.
And when they're separated, they're less powerful. That's why they have to be separated, because they get too much power.
Yes.
And I didn't know that's the stupid, esoteric. I don't know if it's Kabbalah or whatever, but it was like God wanted to separate. There used to be one creature, the Adam, the Rebus. And they had to separate them because they'd be way too powerful together. I'm like, that sounds just like stupid Hancock.
Yeah, exactly.
What a bizarre fucking thing to make.
Will Smith is a character. It's an allegory for black dudes in Hollywood on the down low, though. Did you not know that?
Not at all. I didn't.
joking, it's
Yeah,
not that.
I
It's
didn't.
not
I
even
was
about
way
that.
over my naive
It's
head.
not even about that. I'm just bullshitting. So
Oh, because I think Fight Club is the whole time was
it's
about.
a gay thing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so there's like he is himself. So they're fighting in the parking lot. He was fighting himself in the parking lot, right?
His inner desires. Okay.
Yeah, and then a guy goes, "Can I go next?" So that's a jerk off club. He was jerking off at that parking lot. That's where those guys go to do that. And then they have, yeah.
Have you seen the Quentin Tarantino clip about Top Gun? I feel like that's this right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of great, bro. I mean, I could pick up that, and then I like when he beats up Jared Leto. And Jared Leto's all deformed. He's like, "Why'd you do that?" He goes, "I wanted to destroy something beautiful." He was talking about Jared Leto's butthole. He wanted to not. He wanted to be in a special.
This is the
brace
Quentin
for the rest of his
Tarantino
life.
clip. This is the viral clip right now.
Yeah.
If you know, because he's like,
So listen, Top Gun, okay?
'Cause
Top
remember-
Gun is
yeah.
fucking. It's about gay guys, okay? Because it's like you can ride my butt anytime.
It's about gay feet, okay? So
Gay
I've been
feet.
talking to Roger Avery. So I want to.
You did.
Yeah, I've been a little bit. I want to get him on the show,
Nice.
and so I don't know his whole thing.
That Rogan interview was awesome.
I know that's how I got. I want to talk to Roger Avery. He hooked me up with him.
Awesome.
Because I wanted, go immediately. Because I'm so curious about that. Because Quentin, I mean, I don't want to bring this up to him when he comes on, but I'm curious about it. And by the way, it went right over my head when it happened. But when he's on Stern, Quentin talking about Polanski, did you ever hear that? Him defending Roman Polanski?
I have heard that. Yes.
He goes, okay, I don't feel bad for these 13-year-old party girls. And like, what? I've never heard of such a thing. You sound like you're so accustomed to
Like
it. You're
you
sick of
know
them.
This. Okay.
You're sick of these 13-year-old party girls going around, and they were dating. They were not dating.
It's Tarantino, okay? It's fucking Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino. Yeah.
I like that you don't smoke, but you have the pipe.
I
That's
stole
good.
from Scott Horton having a pipe. Scott Horton has a pipe. I was like, this is like, we got to learn
You're
this.
like Sherlock, but not solving shit. You're just
No, I'm a dirt. Oh, you could say I'm a
Dirt
derp
lock.
detective if you wanted
derp
to.
lock.
I'm derp lock.
It's getting retarded, but I like it.
That's right. So I just got some weird news that Professor Zhang, who I had on this show,
Oh no, not this guy.
well, maybe his taking his channel down. He's not allowed. He's not doing it. He's not saying shit no more. I think his last interview was with my engineer Mark. In fact,
He took it down, or YouTube took it down?
no, I'm gonna clap here for Mark's side because I'm gonna set this up that because I'm gonna Mark, my engineer, because normally I stream. And Mark did I think the last interview with him where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to take all my stuff down, and so it's Mark's pod, but I'm just gonna put it on my channel so people see it because that's wild. And I think he had been in trouble before in China because somebody like smeared him and said he's CIA, which I don't think he is.
Huh.
Otherwise, it'd be weird for him to just keep living there. I know how China is with if you get accused of something, they're gonna arrest you, sure, to talk to you. It don't mean anything's gonna happen. When I did comedy there,
I was gonna say you do a lot of stand up in China.
I did a tour there,
Wow.
and it was technically banned to do stand up there because someone got jealous. It's very popular, so some other bar, some karaoke bar got jealous or something and said they were spreading communist propaganda. So if you're an expat and it's your thing, like you got no chance in hell. But these guys were smart and friends with the local politicians, and they were in good with everybody you're supposed to be in good with.
Right.
So they brought him in. They go, we know you didn't do that, but you just can't do stand up for a month because somebody said something. So we have to look. Wow. We can't have like foreigners, and we didn't put a stop to it, and blah blah blah. It was that kind of bullshit. So he kind of talked surprisingly critically of China, where I was like, that's weird. I think he's in Beijing. And I was like, all right. I hope that's cool. It sounded like the way he put it was as long as you stay in your lane, they don't really come after you. So like the guy from Alibaba who disappeared for a few months.
Disappeared, right?
Yeah, and then he stopped doing those stupid guitar shows for. I mean, don't make me love you, China. Anyway, it's something like that. I think it's something Chinese because I don't know what there's. Because he predicted the Iran war, which is anybody would have.
A lot of people thought
But somebody spread that he caused it by predicting it. Apparently, I'm gonna show this preamble a little bit and then play the thing, and then people could see.
Okay.
I haven't seen it myself yet.
Okay.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, that's all done. But I'm still waiting on the prediction he said to me, which I still think about it because here's two things. One, George R.R. Martin can never finish the books because that's what's keeping him alive. The tension with the fans is some kind of
the sexual tension with the fans and George Martin.
Yeah, well, occultic, but therefore sexual, and that's how they do all that shit. But if he ever finishes the book, he'd be dead. So he can never. So there's almost like a Dorian Gray thing in a way going on with never finishing the book. So I laughed, but he was being kind of serious, and it kind of probably is. But dude, like almost 12 years ago, I seen George R.R. Martin at the Emmys, and I remember being like, "What the fuck?" He didn't look like he was going to be alive now. I'll tell you, back then, looked like he didn't have much time left.
Are you like physically ailing?
Look at a big fat fuck with a captain's
or
hat
they'll
on.
take him out.
Dude, he's built like Peter Griffin with a little sea captain hat on.
Okay.
No, yeah, his heart will take him out. I'm like, why are you out here dicking around at the Emmys when you should finish that book years ago? but now he can never finish it. So that way, just the tension will keep him alive. I think that I think Jang's right about that. And when Maduro, remember they kidnapped Maduro and energy weapons were used? And he goes, I think that's misinformation. I think Maduro's CIA, maybe the previous iteration of CIA asset the entire time, so he had to be in on his own kidnapping. He went with his wife. That's right. I forgot. And I was like, why would Venezuela be cool? I thought his own people got sick of him and betrayed him. It never occurred to me that he was CIA the whole time. But the guy we've had the CIA run Greece before.
Yeah.
The dude that Philip Seymour Hoffman played in Charlie Wilson's War ran Greece. Did you know that?
The villain in Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah, the villain. Yeah, right.
He's like,
yeah, and he ran Greece, so that we did all the time. Oh, also, Mossad runs our country, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. And he said, watch, he'll go to trial, and then he'll say the Democrats rigged the 2020 election, and then he'll be let off or something. And I was like, I had already heard him saying some dumb shit about that when they grabbed Maduro, about them Venezuela rigging the election. I'm like, we said Russia gate. Don't hear this dumb shit. So those are, I say this for Professor Zhang. Those are two intriguing things that he told me that I'm waiting to see. We'll find out, I guess.
give me the rabbit's foot. I want the rabbit's foot.
What?
I'm going to find her. I'm going to hurt her. That's my Philip Seymour Hoffman from Mission Impossible 3. You're like 50 miles.
You have any kids? I'm going to find them. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to make them into a pizza, and I'm going to eat them.
I'm going to make them into pizza.
I'm going to make your girlfriend. I'm going to make her do jerky.
I want the rabbit's foot. I want to tickle it.
So, what kind of fun have you had with the Epstein files? Did you
man.
read it on an empty stomach? Because
30 hours of live stream on the Epstein files.
Oh my God,
I was crazy with it.
Don't read it on an empty stomach. You'll get a real grumbly and you tumbly because all the pizza talk.
Well, you've gone crazy with. You're a coder now. You're essentially coding AI videos nonstop.
Yeah, I use Grok and Suno, but I'm gonna try the others. Yeah, no, you really could. Any stupid thing I think of, I pretty much could make now.
It's fun. I've got some ideas I want to make with it, but also, yeah, you're right that I mean we've got elite PDF stuff, compromise. We've got sex magic. We just covered that a minute ago with Alex. He's buying Crowley books on sex magic. I didn't expect Epstein would be that explicit in terms of like what he was buying book wise. His Amazon wish list was pretty wild.
Yeah, it's the same as Bannon's.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Teitelbaum book, which I'd never read, but Dr. Heather Lynn, like a couple episodes ago, said this one's good because it's not like just some shit lib. It's actually about his, and that dude's a dark magician. I promise you that when you read it for 5 seconds. All I'm sitting there, let me guess, and he's got theosophy too. Oh, here we are.
Right.
And I didn't know traditionalism is a very specific thing and not just. You know,
Renee Guénon and Jules Evola, all those guys. And it's funny, too, because I got in a debate with a guy about Evola, because I read Evola, and people were coming on the live stream a while back, and they were like, Evola doesn't say anything about doing butt stuff with young people. And yes, he does. He has a whole section where he says it's a noble vice where you can, if you're a noble person.
That's a great that's an intellectual magazine to start. Noble Vice magazine.
Noble Vices, right? Which is essentially just
I have the same mustache as Gavin McInnes when I started too.
There's Vice and Noble Vice.
Sir Cecil Rhodes knew he wanted no part of women right away.
That's true. That's in the authorized biography. They're like, yes, and Cecil was really into Boy Scouts. In a sense.
Oh, no, you don't say.
Yeah.
I just love I heard it was like some young kid that looks like Fuentes Bate, is the voice British. And so he's putting this out because you could tell he really admires the shit out of this guy. He goes, right away, he knew he wanted no part of women. And he went to the diamond mine. He goes, then a clever Jew hooked up with him. But then he gets to the Rothschilds and he doesn't have nothing bad to say. Mm-hmm. It's amazing watching these people's like weird, because we now know the whole thing is rigged by Epstein and Bannon, and I guess Epstein's a fucking mouth of Sauron of the Rothschilds.
Apparently, that was a big revelation in the files, and it's weird because I had just been revisiting a Rothschilds biography by Morton, which basically lays out all the conspiracy stuff in the biography they brag about. So they're like,
you're right.
They're like, oh yes, this legend about us gaming the stock market in the 1800s after Waterloo on advanced intelligence. Of course, They're bragging about it. Of course we did that.
Oh, you were who I was watching talking about that's the history of intelligence is banking is bank cheating. And it is. That's right.
You think it's James Bond. It's
No.
not. It's freaking boring-ass bankers, dude.
Yeah, right.
It's boring shit, yeah. It's not sex and assassinations. That's like a little bit of it, but its origins are banking. I mean, obviously
you take a jerky break sometimes, but it's not, 24/7. You got to get your...
What did you think the jerky is? You think it's eating like flesh?
Well, I know nobody freezes real beef jerky. If they're a real connoisseurs. These sheer volume. No need to get it analyzed by a lab to see what's in it. Also, there should be zero redactions in a legitimate
Agreed.
beef jerky. No, we don't want anybody to know those herbs and spices. You got to keep that low. To me, the fact they redacted any of it means guilty, motherfucker.
Guilty,
the fact that there's no arrest. Any dipshit who's going, because Democrats were, I agree, they sound like real monsters. Where's the arrests? Where the fuck's the arrest? Where's the wood chipper?
They're like, we're going to protect the victims, and everybody blacked out as a perpetrator.
Right, and they revealed all the names of the victims.
Exactly.
Like they did the exact.
We all know who Virginia Giuffre is and all these people, the victims, but no one knows
Well, they can never be honest about it because the truth is so bad.
It's the top of the pyramid, exactly.
Like, just disclosure, the whole idea makes me laugh every time. Because if they told people the shit they did, dude, I mean, they'd be torn apart like a George Romero zombie movie by hand. And I promise you, they in those words they say it. In those words they go, if people found out.
Give me the human
the
foot.
crazy shit we get up to.
Give me the human foot.
Give me
the Tarantino foot right now. I want the rabbit's foot.
Now, because here's the thing I know I was trying to explain this to people. The people don't understand. Because you study the symbology a lot, like it's very mundane, these kind of spells and shit. And so just explain a little bit, in your opinion, what these rituals are and like exactly what it is that they're doing. Like a halftime, to me, the halftime Super Bowl between Bad Bunny. What do you like? Do you like hermaphrodite weirdness or do you like an old-fashioned rock and roll pedo?
I want it just smooth. I want all of the parts removed and it just smooth. That would be true transcending of the genders, right? So
what if you're just smooth, like the Barbie movie? Yeah.
Because if you're a hermaphrodite, you've got them both, right?
Well,
but like vampires,
Brett Weinstein's mentor, Dr. Robert Trivers, had a great email about how we can make these hermaphrodites and how it's perfect.
Okay.
It's quite a. Sean Atwood read it to me. I make a clip of it because it was horrific.
That one was horrific. Some of these I don't even want to say, like the one about the pacifiers. Alex has mentioned this like 20 times. The pacifiers. You get the infant pacifier.
This is quite. I mean, I'm going to do a show with him. I think it's being set up now, but so on Jimmy Dore, Alex is talking to Nick Fuentes again. Not sure why anyone still talks that. I assume that kid's in everybody's blind spot because I watched this asshole sell Epstein merchandise and say Epstein's got a lot of aura and that there's no way Israel could have killed Charlie Kirk and that. So I'm like, that's weird. This anti-Semite is like, when it push comes to shove, he comes through. He comes through. Also, I noticed people that say, I don't like the Jews kind of aren't helping. It's almost like they're helping Zionists more. Because, as you know, anti-Semitism is a vital fuel to run the state of Israel. Jews never wanted to traditionally live in that shithole. They wanted to live in America.
They wanted it, yeah, exactly.
So that's why it's necessary to enact false flags and pogroms and shit to encourage them to move there. And right now, when they really are on the cusp of something great, of course they're going to scare as many of the trauma-based mind control slaves.
Yeah.
And this little piece of shit out of the gate has been a very obvious guy that's supposed to stink up your reputation with like anti-Semitism. And he chooses his words like a piece of shit. And I think it's on purpose. I've watched him do it. Watch him urge people in the Capitol on January 6th. Haven't got an explanation for why he didn't go to jail. Right? Didn't people not even there go to jail? His followers went to jail. Why didn't he go to jail? He said disregard the police and break down the barriers. You ever see that?
I have seen that. I'm curious because you were raised Jehovah's Witnesses, but are you Metzger? Is that Jewish?
No, it's German. Well, it could be. It just means butcher in German. So there's that Nazi, and then there's some rabbi. I think there's a wrestler. There's a bunch
Nazi
of people.
rabbi.
There's a Nazi rabbi. He's Ukrainian, so
Okay, yeah. Those exist.
He's from right sect. Yeah, no, I talked to the guy from the Atlantic Council who's a fucking
You
Dude,
talked to somebody in the Atlantic Council?
Yeah, Vlad Davidson and Lev
wow.
took the fucking is the Breaking the Rules podcast. I feel it was some kind of ambush to debate me about still giving money to Ukraine. To Ukraine, motherfucker? Is that where we're at? You're gonna jump? They want to talk about Epstein files, but then it became about that.
Well, you asked about
Yeah.
the rituals first. So go back to inversion and the ritual. What is it? I think what they're doing with the high profile, like Super Bowl, all that stuff, it's a gradual degrading of the population because it began with remember the titty slip of Janet Jackson and Timberlake back in the day. That was like the big first Super Bowl thing that was like a big deal. But then it turned into, Britney Spears is like sucking on a serpent, and then it became Pink is up there doing an actual Masonic ritual on stage, and then it was,
all those masks, all the sporting events.
They got crazier though. They doubled up, tripled up. Then it became, Lady Gaga's hanging in the VMAs like a sacrificed human with blood everywhere.
Remember the Little Monsters tour where she comes out of the egg?
Yes.
I showed her my podcast,
Which
and
is
that was ushering in
Yes.
a new, and that's just before
an Aeon.
That's right, because this is just before so at the time. It sneaks in under I don't care if you're gay. I don't know why you're not you, but I don't know why you're in the closet. Why are you in the closet still in this day and age when there's the most loud and proud? Because you're a fucking psychopath. That's who's still in the fucking closet. So so I thought with all that shit at the time that we could stop talking about how gay you are. I don't give a fuck about it. And I was like, this is what people do what they want, so they're adults, right? All of a sudden, that blossomed into nothing is anything. And we're all just fucking gender blob monsters. And I'm being hatched out of an egg. And dude, it's so gross. It's on one of the earlier episodes of my podcast. We watched that. You ever see that news report where she's, and you don't, when I watch it again, I'm like, oh, this is really creepy. Like you can see what this is. It's just another CERN tunnel opening, just like any other thing. But then all the sporting events are rituals, aren't they? Isn't baseball that?
Yeah. Well, when you came on my podcast, it was about, I titled it Esoteric Booty Cults because it was about portals being opened and how the booty hole is a portal in their religion. In their religion, it is.
It's probably the key to time travel.
It's and Kenneth Grant, right? In his book, it's Typhonian OTO, and it's Trans-Ugothian magic, where you travel through the booty hole.
Yeah, dude.
Which is essentially Mario Brothers, the pipes.
Well, yeah, right. The pipes, the mustaches,
the shrooms, the tunnels of Typhon.
Oh my God!
The mushrooms that Mario does.
Oh my goodness! Cash Patel's been down the tunnels of Typhon. We know that. That's one thing that's clear. That little fucking sweetie pie. Oh, the tunnels of Typhon. But I want to do like Doctor Strange comic book talk. By the tunnels of Typhon. What is this?
Doctor Who as yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Doctor Who dresses like every Emmy award-winning lesbian.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, well, now it's like Joe Soloway. But last time I was there, and where Jeffrey Tambor is on Trans America, and he gets fired on trumped-up harassment charges because they resented that he wasn't trans, the co-stars. I mean, I didn't believe their story at all. It sounded absolutely ridiculous.
You think he's not?
What? Harassing them?
No, trans.
No, I know he's not. That's why they...
No, he's a woman.
Jeffrey Tambor?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just joking with the
Well, I know you are, because he gave a speech that he goes... First of all, nobody watched the show.
I remember when it was a controversy.
I bet most people in that crowd did not watch the show. I'll bet you my friend that wrote on the show didn't watch the fucking show. But it's a thing they had to be like, oh, finally. Mm-hmm. And he comes out, Jeffrey Tambor, and he goes, if I could be the last cis man to play a trans woman, I wouldn't be disappointed. Everybody's like, yeah. They love him. And I'm looking around like, what are you doing?
All this trans stuff is the hermaphrodite. It's the OTO Crowleyan ritual. It's what Crowley said would be the new Aeon, where everything is about booty stuff. It's the Aeon of the booty, right? Basically.
Oh, sweet baby Rebus.
He says the eye of Horus is better than the mouth of Venus. Mouth of Venus being the vagina.
This guy just has to not use any hole the right way, doesn't he?
That is the ritual.
His whole thing is
every
like,
hole. Correct.
We find all the ways to not under warranty for this hole.
Correct.
I'm going to jailbreak this hole.
All holes jailbroken. Exactly.
There's a reason you're not supposed to jailbreak it.
Is this your writing? How do you write jokes, Kurt? I'm curious. Is this the process?
It's an alchemical process
I was gonna
of
say, alchemical process.
trauma followed by extreme rage, and then I just sit with it a little bit, and then it comes out.
Is
as
it for
AI.
real anger? Like anger is part of the.
Oh, I get traumatized 3 days a week doing Jimmy Dore show and looking at news. And it's not learning the news that's so. I mean, that's pretty upsetting because you can't really get the fucking news. Again, it's not like we're reporters or something on, showing up. I mean, it's the same job as fucking fake reporters are all just buying stories from AP and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if people understand that. They probably don't. But it's just Jimmy knows good news sources, so he would talk about the stuff that he'd see. So that's like Max and Aaron, Gray Zone, always fucking, and they're like good.
Yeah, Gray Zone's good.
Yeah, and they're very not. I'm not in any Overton window. I'm in the Rick Overton window. I can't say I'm like way out there now of what I'm into. So I need to have like good sources of like terrestrial, not anything weird, so that I have like a base to compare other shit to. Because when you're dealing in like esoteric horseshit, it gets real nebulous.
Yeah,
it's like astral. It's
too far out probably for.
It's just
for speaking to a comedy crowd.
Once you get in these realms that these people are in, where it's consciousness and blah, blah, you're already in some trippy shit. Mm-hmm. I was telling this guy, Lynn Buchanan, that remote viewer, who said, like, because I don't really understand the difference between that and astral projecting.
Okay.
I go, so why not just astral project? And he goes, no, it's useless. It's absolutely useless. If you astral project, it's so subjective that the things you're seeing are completely being determined by your subjective.
Okay.
Whereas a remote viewer, that's all about not having any other thing interfering. Okay. And so they're basically people that are, this is not saying, I'm not, maybe it's all made up, but I'm just saying this is what was explained to me as a difference. And there's I just watched it with Benedict Cumberbatch, the fucking,
it's Cucumber Snatch.
What? Yeah, Benedictine Cucumber Snatch, a wonderful Henry Sugars or something. It's a Roald Dahl book, but it's all about a guy.
British intelligence, by the way. Yep.
Yeah, no, I know. And then so he's in it. Somebody's playing Roald Dahl. It's Ray Fiennes is playing him.
Okay.
And then Benedict is playing this guy who finds, I think they're calling it's a Gurdjieff book or something he found. I'm guessing that's the reference. Some Indian guy who has hair come out of his ears. Could easily be an Armenian mystic to me.
Also a spy, Gurdjieff.
Oh, I was not aware of that. Spy for who?
It's unclear, but he was suspected of being a spy when he left Russia. They thought he was a Russian spy. Other countries thought he was a Russian spy. I'm not saying he was, but they thought he was.
Well, a lot of people are spying. It don't have to be for a state. Well, I don't know what the fuck Bannon is a spy for, but I think he's a spy.
You could be a self-contracted sort of corporate spy.
Well, the guy's into the traditionalist thing. He's real tight with Moonies. As soon as I see them hanging out with Moonies, that's a giveaway.
That's a CIA thing. That was the Washington Post used to be owned by the Moonies, and then that was Bush bought or sold that. But the CIA also set up the KCIA, and that was all connected to the Moonies, which is crazy.
Right. So the KCIA is from the American CIA because it is kind of a general.
Correct.
Because I always think that's funny, the KCIA.
The gay CIA, yeah. I mean, which is just the CIA.
K-pop, because
Well, K-pop's a mind control thing, I think.
How could it be anything but that? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd rather live in North Korea than be a South Korean K-pop boy. You're gonna have a better time in North Korea, I promise you, than South Korea as a K-pop.
Yeah.
In fact, North Korea. Not that I want to live in North Korea, but that little OWN of their lights are off at night. I don't know if that's as big an OWN.
Yeah, I was on Timcast, and he was bringing that up, and I was
oh, no, they get natural sleep, Tim.
Well, we had a huge debate, and I was trying to remember, but they brought that up, and I was like, is it really the case that the lights go out? That's not that the lights went out in North Korea. I mean, is that true? I don't know. I'm serious.
I'm a big fan of Tim Pool. Just his music, believe it or not. Nothing else.
I have heard some of the rock.
His politic
the rock
commentary is horseshit, but my goodness, what a talented band.
He's from Hootie and the Blowfish?
Who?
Tim.
No, he's from Chicago. We're a half Korean family, I believe.
I thought he was in Hootie and the Blowfish. You see the music, right? You're talking about Hootie? Darius?
I don't know what his band's called.
Well, you like the music? You don't know the name of the band?
Shit.
It's Hootie.
It's I think I wouldn't insult Darius Rucker the way you just did. Let me tell you something about Darius
really a
Rucker.
fan.
His name's not fucking Hootie, okay?
The Dolphins make me cry.
Yeah. Everybody calls him Hootie. It's not his name. His name's Darius.
Darius. It's Dontarius in black.
Is yeah, but well, there's a countrified version of it, you know.
I know. We hear him in Nashville a lot.
So yeah. Anyway, now there's all these people I resent the shit out of when I watch them because I'm watching them knowingly, like to me, knowingly. Like first of all, if you're pretending the Israel thing isn't what it is, and that's got nothing to do with anybody's religious prejudices, but
Iran.
well, yeah, we all know that's what that is. But it's, you know, the genocide they did in broad daylight. The thing that irritates
October
me,
7th.
they just kill them people in
You
Gaza.
talking about Gaza?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I got to hear people that are rational, fucking whatever, tell me like some stupid shit about you can't hide like UFOs or whatever, anything. I think you just hit a fucking genocide in broad daylight in front of your dumb cow face. What are you talking about? They hide it in front of you all day long.
Was it hidden, or I mean, it's just like they did it and they didn't even
Plain
care.
sight would go. It's hide, if you're taught not to look at something, then you're not going to look at it.
They're like, yeah, we got them all. We killed them all, but it's not genocide.
No, I didn't want. I thought I was like a real Charlie Kirk about it, saying it's ethnic cleansing because I wasn't comfortable saying genocide.
Oh.
Then I looked up what genocide means
Ethnic
as
cleansing.
defined by the victims of it. Oh, and guess what? That's what it is. So
Ethnic
I don't
cleansing.
want to call it that. The people that were in the Holocaust call it that. So that's a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow. I'm not sure what color of a pill that would be. I know the Holocaust definitely happened because there ain't no way you'd be that vicious and that mind controlled. The level of trauma inflicted to be able to cause that level of mind control. The only thing close is like that Depression era, hiding your money in your mattress instead of a bank. Kind of old person that they'll never trust a bank again, no matter what. I mean, they were probably right, but that's the only. I don't know what else is that solid.
Well, it was interesting that BB did just recently re-reference Amalek because I remember when he said it.
Oh, Amalek, yeah.
I remember when he said it 2 or 3 years ago, and I mentioned it the other day on Twitter, and everybody was, "Oh, he never actually said this." I mentioned on a podcast.
Somebody said
Yes,
he
did.
never said
Yes.
that.
Well, that's the gaslighting that the people who defend that will go. They'll just be like, "They never said that."
You know, that Vlad Davidson dipshit from the Atlantic Council, he talked to me like I have never heard any information before. He set me up. That's why.
Who is Benjamin? No, I'm not even familiar with
He
this
goes,
man.
yeah.
Who
Then
is this?
oh well, I have the clip of some fan recorded it because they took the podcast down because I guess I broke the rules on the Break the Rules podcast. But to have a guy in a foreign accent telling me how we got to give our fucking money to a war to kill the last of the fucking Ukraine. I mean, I go, dude, put on a kippa when you talk to me like that, and then he hung up. He got off the thing.
Oh wow.
You don't have a fucking Eastern European accent talking that shit to me, and then you don't got nothing to say except like slander about Max Blumenthal.
Yeah, right.
Motherfucker.
I read Max's book, Management of Savagery. We did a whole podcast on that. It was pretty killer, like the way that the U.S.
Max was a true believer, dude. This is why I really like him.
Yeah.
Because that guy went there intending to prove quite the opposite of what he thinks.
Yeah.
So anybody that's got to just look at the facts and not be precious with their shit, I could just respect that.
Is respectful, absolutely. Yeah, his book was great, Management of Savagery.
That's the thing I get from the Jehovah's is that where you're like a true believer and then you're like fuck you, and then you don't believe, right? Like it's in every walk. I mean, it's in jobs. You know, everybody's got a career that like is a big disappointment when you get to the top. You take your pick of things.
Yeah.
But that point where you realize it's bullshit. That's like the thing that everybody needs to be focused on right now because I'm watching people focus on real horse shit.
Yeah. See, John Hagee was like, "We must support the blood moons of Israel."
Yo, I think his brother got caught in some pedo scheme.
Really?
Yeah, he's Cornerstone Church. They're fucked up. I think Cornerstone, the guy who made the Weapons movie. I messaged him actually because I wanted to. Because I
Well, you talking about the guy from Whitest Kids You Know, the comedian?
yeah, and he got molested at a Cornerstone Church in Arlington. I want to
Oh
say.
wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
He's talked about it on things. I'm not like
Okay, no,
revealing some secret.
I don't doubt you.
And that movie he made was like nightmares I had as a kid. I mean, very specific.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. I used to be so terrified. I would start lucid dreaming because the nightmares were persistent.
Or were you astral projecting or remote viewing?
Okay, I think that was astral
Better
projecting.
be precise, right?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Because it's scientific.
Yeah, I would see not they call it the night hag, but I wasn't frozen. I would be like alone getting stalked through a house, and it'd be like some horrific. And I up the stairs, I hear people noises, so I'm like, I know something's waiting to get me, like that lady from that movie, right? And I go up the stairs,
witch.
and there's light coming out of my parents' bedroom, and like there's like a get together in the room. So I'm like relieved, you know, because I see a light and I open it up and there's just a spotlight on a record player playing people noises to trick me. And I feel it grab into my ribs.
It sounds like a David Lynch movie all of a sudden.
David Lynch is the closest it's ever come to the fucking nightmares I had.
Okay.
And that thing in Mulholland Drive is the closest to the thing in my dream.
That's okay.
I think it's an Agrat Bat Mahalat, who is the niece of Lilith, if you want to get, but I don't know. That's based on a burnt up party girl.
We had demon genealogies on the Kurp Metzger podcast. This is great.
Oh, I got real into looking shit up. But, you know, let's just throwing that out there because the appearance is like, she used to be like a real party dance girl who's like now kind of burnt up looking.
Yeah.
So that's why I associate it with that.
Because,
but the knowledge that they were going to get me every time made me so terrified in my dreams. I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. Okay. And I would fly away to escape. Okay. Then I would fly to people I know. I'd be like, check it out, I'm flying. They wouldn't look at me. I'd be like, dude, I'm flying. Like, check it out. And so now looking back, I'm like, maybe that's what that was.
Or you were like Muhammad and you were flying to Jerusalem on a steed.
Never been. Okay. I've never been. To quote the great Douglas Murray.
I've never been.
Haven't you been?
Have you been inside George Clooney? I've actually been in
I would just think,
George
I should
Clooney.
think you'd have been. He called Dave Smith a shapeshifter. The only fucking Jew in the room that's come back.
This
I don't. Why is a comedian talking about it? That's what he was saying to Dave Smith, who laid him the fuck out.
He did.
And,
He dominated. I live streamed that debate. It was crazy. He dominated him for sure.
I've had people tell me they thought Douglas Murray did really well.
What?
Yeah, because, like I said, dude, the part that makes you crazy is looking at the same reality and watching somebody just say
somebody
something.
have a totally different,
a whole overlay over everything.
Right.
Like everybody lives under the same vinyl covering, and then you can add extra layers to get different effects, you know?
This is a very Mulholland Drive podcast. Did you like with if you remember the scene where there's the stage and they're like, everything is the tape, but the tape is blank?
This is the Brown Lodge.
We're in the,
we discussed,
not the Black Lodge, the Brown Lodge.
We discussed the tunnels of Typhon. Normally women aren't allowed.
This is the Poo Poo Lodge where we talk about the brown.
This is a real groiper hangout. No tuna allowed.
No tuna.
Oh, how is that little shit still around? Anyway, I heard Alex's feelings because I was like, why the fuck would he even be talking to him about any of this? And I watched Nick Fuentes go, well, you got to vote Democrat because they're going to do an investigation.
Alex asked me about that today. He's like, I don't think we don't need to vote Democrat. I don't know about all that. What do you think?
But why are you talking this piece of shit that just said Epstein has a lot of aura? Fuck, I'm just going to say it. Epstein's really... I can't remember what moronic thing he said. But I watch him just
Motion and aura.
Yeah, no, he's selling the shirts, the Epstein like zipper ups.
But I'm saying the young terms, motion and aura.
Oh, but
the
I didn't
youth
know.
terms.
I didn't know that.
You don't know about
because I'm innocent of those any kind of
maxing?
charges, so I don't know about what kids say.
Gooner maxing, mogging.
Yeah,
the new terms.
Oh yeah, I heard clavicular got mogged pretty hard.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I heard Peter Thiel's blood boy got mogged. Did you just mock my blood boy?
No, I Gooner maxed him in the tunnels of Typhon.
I'm trying to goon max my blood boy, and this guy comes over and mogs him.
My blood boy.
I gotta get a new blood boy.
We're ruled by vampires, Kurt. Real vampires.
Yeah, no,
on
every level, because I think it has something to do with the idea of God's finite, and then the people that separate, or God is infinite, people separating are finite, so they can't make anything new. They've got to continuously siphon off little bits of God floating into this shitbag world they made for you. And so everything is vampiric at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And then they're planning who's going to get what when the heat death of the universe happen. What unit of energy to the last dime of that. They're going to plan that out for trillions of years.
Units of energy.
Because what would be inevitable if you have to face that? There's either eternal or infinite or not infinite, right? So if you're something that's can only live by sipping off of the...
It's energy cubes, man.
Yeah, right.
Nathaniel Witwicky. It's energy cubes. Transformers. Energy cubes.
Anyway, after all that fucking genocide shit, and all, especially the pedo cannibal stuff, and I know you're going to say I'm in a bit of a purity spiral here, Jay, but I admit it. I get a little extreme about pedo cannibalism. I want to ask Alex, why had you already not given up on Trump? He betrayed everyone pretty much immediately. I watched it. I had to watch it.
Yeah. Alex said the other day, look, I don't want to give up on Trump because I'm going to jail, okay? When the Democrats come in, I'm going to jail. That's why. So
That's what I thought. But why would he be hurt by me thinking that?
I didn't know Alex was hurt.
He said that to Duncan, and he might have been.
I'm hurt by Kurp.
Yeah, he was hurt by Kurp. That's exactly right.
Hurt
so
Metzger.
I feel bad because
Hurt Metzger.
The thing I always said about him is I don't think he's out of the woods with his lawsuit. This is what I was postulating.
Could be.
Okay, like he's kind of, but not really. And if he turns against, in prison, we all saw the fucking one with Ed Norton where he turns against his former allies and he gets a, So I'm like, or with what's his name? He was great during the pandemic and now he don't say shit.
Darius Rucker.
With Darius Rucker.
The Dolphins make me cry.
No, the dude from Get Him to the Greek. I'm blanking on his fucking.
Russell.
So Russell Brand.
Russell B. Rand.
Okay, so we used to play his clips all the time because during the pandemic he was dead on.
Hello, cat.
Yeah, and then the EU was like, we're bringing these like sex assault, which by the way, what a laugh to bring these charges against Russell Brand when your king fucking hung out with Jimmy Savile and his pedo uncle, and they all have black berets to commemorate. Oh, and also Jimmy Savile was his marriage counselor.
And Jimmy Savile gets a papal knighthood award from the Pope himself.
Yeah, like maybe shut the fuck up. It's clear what
Russell
this is
Brand.
about.
Yeah.
So how they do you, the dialectic, right? So
Yeah.
first you get, or how they used to do in the 20s, to Italian and Jewish pimps like Charlie Lucky and his buddy Meyer Lansky.
Yep.
You have the chick graped, then you come to the rescue, like they did to Jordan Peterson, like they did to.
No.
Yo, dude, he hangs out with Gail Pooley. That's bad news.
Wait. Jordan Peterson was grapes? What are you saying? I'm confused.
I'm saying it's metaphorically. Yeah, you get fucking some bullshit. Then
Because he got sick?
Then I show up from the Daily Wire, I give you $60 million, and you're just coming off of benzos, and your wife's in a hospital.
I see what you're saying.
And now you're obligated to me because I gave you $60 million, and like you almost lost your wife. Now I don't care about nothing else. My wife was sick. I'm not gonna go die. I'm gonna go talk what I want. I'll just stay away from this one issue.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like so sinister first.
Well, I remember early on they were like asking Jordan, hey, what about Soviet Union and what about gulags? And I can't go there. No, can't go there.
Why?
Exactly.
Wait, why would he be hesitant to go there about gulags in the Soviet Union?
Because of it eventually getting back to topics of Middle Eastern countries.
That's pretty far seeing ahead to dodge a question.
Well, it's because Solzhenitsyn's book references the relationship between the Russians and Middle Eastern peoples, and Jordan knew that because he's read the book, and this was like 2018 that he got asked this question. He was like, well, you're just not going to go there. So ever since that
and then
point,
he started having split color suits because as a Jungian guy, his cognitive dissonance has to it's like a chick cutting her bangs to have a change in life. Jordan Peterson had to show up with these split suits because how are you supposed to hold these things together when you know better?
Exactly.
How the fuck you do that without it coming out?
Yeah. And then people asked him later, what about genocide? What about genocide? I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, why would you not go there?
Right.
Bucko. Clean your room of Gazans.
Yeah.
Your room's filthy with Gazans. You got to clean it up.
It's a room they're cleaning. Yeah. No.
Dude, put in Kyle Dunnigan, Jordan Peterson, will you? This is one of my favorite. So we made a long time ago, me and Dunnigan made this. Where it was Jordan Peterson making an emotional plea to women. And I think Kyle's one of the better impressions of him, although Tyler Fisher did have a good one. Oh, yeah, there it is. Jordan
You don't
Peterson.
like mine? I've been working on mine.
It's not bad, but
Okay.
I'm used to like real.
You're used-
I thought you Seymour Hoffman though could really
Okay.
if some microphone could go far. All right, kick this up so that everybody can hear his wonderful Jordan Peterson emotional plea. Is it going?
Well, Jordan Peterson joins me now. Jordan Peterson, welcome.
I'm sorry for getting emotional, but
I'm afraid every minute women are gaining more weight. It's not going the other way. I'm sorry to say. They won't stop eating. It's not like it makes me happy to say this. I wish it did. I wish I could say, yay, look how fat they are. Hooray, let's throw a parade. And what do the men do? Who are they supposed to make love to? Men can't reach their holes. It's like, sure, you want to get on top? Well, you bloody well sign my will and testament, because I'm not going to make it through this. Happy birthday to who? Not me. Not any man I know. I've been to McDonald's. I've been to Wendy's. It's all women in there. It's like, oh God, how about a Me Too for she also ate all my fries? No child should go to bed hungry because their mother ate all their food. When I was a boy in Canada, you used to be able to leave your pies cooling on the windowsill. Good luck with that now. Don't blink. There's a fat woman eating your pie.
What's his last thing?
I was afraid Lizzo was going to eat that flute.
Remember Lizzo played that crystal flute?
Yeah.
In a fucking fat. Lizzo played John. Yeah.
Kurt's podcast is like 100 mile per hour organized schizophrenia. Yeah. But it's good. Yeah.
Well, schizophrenia is really just a collection of symptoms. Some of which I exhibit, but not all of them.
And it's like it's a stream of consciousness of association.
It all comes back around. I promise everyone. But it's called Derp with Kurp because that's what's going to be.
This is.
That's how I get into those things. Because I did what's the redacted after you because you were talking to what's her head Natalie about the William Branham cults.
Yes.
The NAR bullshit that took over America.
The evangelical sort of charismatic new apostolic Reformation stuff.
And then this is the thing that blows my mind is really where we get these charismatics like the most because they started out with snake, they're all jumping rope with snakes and then they get bit a lot, so they need safer tricks. They had to come up with safer tricks. And then they had some Armenian faith healer, Evok or something, Hagobian. Okay. There's a guy who's a former NAR guy that he just talks about all this shit. Mm-hmm. Hagobian's the last name. I think it's Evok, but some shit like a Ghostbuster villain name.
Yeah.
And
that's totally Ghostbuster.
He's like a guy that looks like Jesus, like that other guy that was making the rounds that looks like Jesus that isn't Russell Brand.
Jared Leto.
No, he's a guy who starred in some Jesus movie, and I know you've seen him on. And
the Mormon chosen guy.
Maybe.
No. Okay.
But he shows up to Palm Springs. They had these faith healers, like all these people came because they heard someone could heal the sick. Mm-hmm. All these rich people are like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people here. And we got to really get rid of them. So it was like this weird opportunity to make money and get the people the fuck out. And anyway, long story short, the reason we have the evangelicals we have now is because of the Kardashian family.
Yes. In fact, my wife went on a deep dive studying that. She went deep understanding the history of the Kardashians connected to faith healing, which I didn't even know this, but a lot of these...
Where do they come from? Does this work? Will you tell it? Well, no, I know that part.
They come from the tunnels of Typhon. They pop up out of them.
Yeah.
But and a lot of these influencer people of that caliber have also followed the trend of starting their own little churches, which is, I think, a way to hide tax money, that kind of stuff. But
yeah, right.
But also, as I was talking with Natalie at Redacted, like the evangelical movement as a whole has always had the CIA's hands in it. It's a huge.
I try to explain this to people because it's so. When I was a kid, all my friends that were like born again, and I was a Jehovah, we would argue because they were all hardcore Christian Zionists. Jehovah's Witnesses are neutral politically, so I was like, I don't think that the literal state of Israel is what you got to worry about. They're like, no, and then the red heifer. I'm gonna hear this red heifer shit. Like, where's this coming from? I'd heard that red heifer shit. It was baffling to me.
I've heard it since I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll bring up people now, they don't know what the fuck it is. But Tim Pool had one of that Jonathan Kahn fuck and some other maniacs. One guy holds up a baggie of red heifer dust.
Yeah.
What, are you going to snort something, you fucking freak? What is that shit?
Like their version of a relic, I guess. So the idea is that it's coming soon. But again, I've been hearing that from that crowd since I was a kid in the evangelical world. But they believe, they have to rebuild the third temple, that will be the Mashiach for the Jews. traditional Christian interpretation is that would be the Antichrist temple.
Yeah,
if that was
because
ever built.
why would a Christian? So I mean, whatever you believe with it, if you're Jewish, I don't care. But why would a Christian give a fuck about the Wailing Wall of the Third Temple? Didn't Christ say the temple's going to be destroyed? So don't cry about it, bitch.
The traditional
I'm
view.
paraphrasing.
No, that's the traditional Christian view. But then evangelical Zionism, which was promoted by the Rothschilds, promoted by Samuel Untermeyer in America to the Scofield Study Bible to get America on board with Balfour Declaration and all of that, which, again, the modern nation state of Israel was founded as a socialist, atheist state, which is weird because that has really nothing to do with Christianity or even traditional believing Judaism.
Yeah, right.
Like
Do you know there's
atheistic-
I know this sounds insane, but it sounds so crazy, but there's like a far right like dolphin cult. Now I'm really being reductive about what their shit is, but
the dolphins make me cry. We're back
Yeah,
to Darius
alright.
Rucker again.
it's
A
I don't
far-right
know.
dolphin cult.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you the name of it because so I had Dr. Heather Lynn on who was talking about the Anunnaki, which, as you know, is a real, and who recommended the Bannon book to me. And she knows some wild, very interesting shit because all of the Anunnaki shit, I've always been disinterested in it because all that Zachariah Sitchin, that Rockefeller horse shit. But she had some really interesting facts about it. And okay, so I'm going to tell you what she told me. Because I'd heard
A
this.
right-wing dolphin cult?
This is me.
So that's your joke. Okay.
I'm condensing it, but I'm not, dude. I'm not far from
Okay.
it. Okay.
You're not talking about John C. Lilly, are you?
No,
Because
although
he was in the Dolphins. The Dolphins made him cry.
let it cry. Let's see. It's Are you Billy? You a big Billy Carson guy, by the way?
Billy Corson? No, I'm not.
He's an ex-Jehovah.
Billy Corson. He's
Oh
what?
my God. He's an ex-Jehovah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and his thing is 3 figures came in through his wall. And oh, here we go. Wait. Let's see. Is this the same? Let's see. Ashkenazi occultists see themselves as the competing bloodline to the Merovingians. Khazar aristocracy back through Byzantine and Central European intermarried into the same Merovingian dragon bloodline, effectively arguing that certain Jewish elite families carry the same sacred or serpentine bloodlines as European royalty. Does that sound like Larry Loomer's messages of we'll make an Ashkenazi Aryan baby? Remember Laura Loomer's fucking stupid emails? That were baffling to me when I saw them. But now I'm looking at it and I think I know
Oh, now you
why
know
she's saying
that?
yes.
Okay. Well, okay, so I see. Dagon, Merovingians, that's where you're getting the dolphin cult.
Well, yeah, but I thought Dagon is not a fucking fish god. I thought Dagon is a grain god, maybe grain to make fish, but I thought that's some Jordan Maxwell nonsense he was saying.
Jordan Maxwell.
Because Moses looked at God's ass.
Yeah, and the pterodactyls that
Okay.
are flying over Los Angeles.
I do know a handful of people I've spoken with who are members of both the London and Paris Masonic lodges and consider themselves Illuminati, believe some of that dolphin narrative. Now, I'd heard this. Now, this is like a thing I view as retarded, just so you understand.
Okay.
Is it dolphin?
Inky.
Okay, this sounds very tied into what the thing. Okay, so supposedly Trump and Netanyahu are aligned with some dolphin thing creatures that I saw. Dude, there's a random thing I saw getting on a flight on like Odyssey.
Again, we're back to Darius Rucker. This is straight up Hootie. It was always
Okay.
the blowfish. The
So-
blowfish.
So when I hear the the blowfish, well, blowfish is. But anyway, when I heard that, it stuck with me because it's retarded, right? So I go,
Correct. Derp with
I
Kurp.
go, how come? But if you watch Daryl James, a secret space program guy who has I would just watch it just to hear the story, not to tell you to believe it, just to hear it because it's very interesting. Okay, it's just fascinating.
Okay.
It's like the Star Trek mirror universe. His whole thing, like it's all Nazis and in space, just a Nazi Star Trek where nobody tells Earth there's a Star Trek. Okay, and anyways, when I was looking for alien shit, I would watch all these things because I just want to hear something I haven't heard, so I'm not bored. Anyway, so I hear this dolphin thing, and I said it to her, and she goes, and I go, this is like really retarded, but have you ever heard it? She goes, well, I know some people that believe some of that dolphin narrative. They link it to the Merovingians who claimed their bloodline came from a sea creature called the Quinotar, a beast of Neptune that traces back even further than the Sumerian Apkallu, the amphibious sages who brought civilization from the water. Is that the aquatic beings in elite bloodline mythology is ancient. The Starbucks logo is Melusine, siren. Melusine was a serpent woman, water fairy associated with the Lucinian dynasty, but the broader symbolic thread connects back with this whole current of sacred bloodlines descending from amphibious or aquatic non-human beings. Now, all that NHI bullshit they talk about now, they keep saying from under the sea. All the Tic Tacs come from under the sea. Up there, it is a mess.
Ariel. That's another name for Israel.
They went down here, you rap with a crab.
Yeah. Ariel, by the way, is a name for Israel. It's in Isaiah, I think. But
and I had this guy R.A. Castaldo on, who's he's into he's Gary Wayne's guy. They do research together. You know Gary Wayne? Mm-mm. You never seen Gary Wayne? Dude, you should check his shit out. I had him on one of my podcasts. I'm a bad interviewer, you know, so you're not going to get the best out of it. But it was a good talking to him. And he wrote Genesis 6 Conspiracy. Now, why I like that guy is I think that guy's a genuine Christian. I think he's not phony at all. And I'm really harsh on people I think are phony with their Christianity, especially.
Do I pass the Kurt test or how do I come out?
It depends, I guess, how pro-war you are. But I'm talking about like L.A. Marzulli. Here's an example of what I would think is who I think's a fake, and for one reason. L.A. Marzulli, who a lot of people like, who I like, but I watch that motherfucker call these Palestinian kids Amalek. He said they're Amalekites. And I did watch on Jimmy a bunch of Orthodox Jews fucking fucks on the border of Gaza. You know, they had the fence, so his kids starving on one side. They on purpose set up carnival, like, you know, shit kids like cotton candy and shit, so they could look at it.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. Right. So that disturbed me for a long time. And then I come to find out there's like 43 more of them videos since then on TikTok. That's why Larry Ellison bought it.
Yes,
because the psychopaths in Israel were bragging about their crimes so much. And, you know, they're like in a time warp without wokeness that was inflicted on us by Wall Street. Mm-hmm. So they have no concept of how to do Hasbara anymore. They just have no concept of it. And so that shit I find very upsetting. So call this little starving kid I had to look at an Amalekite, you know, really rustles my jimmies, you know?
Yeah. So where do I rank on the Kurt meter? I
don't know. I've never seen you do it. I don't know. I mean, for me to make a judgment,
pass the Kurt smell test.
It ain't up to me. For me to judge somebody, though, you would have had to say some outrageous thing where I'm like, all right, so I know you're on the wrong side. Gotcha. So just look, I'm not this shit where it's okay that Trump's got a secret plan, but we're gonna have to genocide these kids. Fuck you, dude. No more. I never heard you say some shit like that, but I've watched people talk like that.
No, it's retarded. Yeah.
And I'm just like, do you not get how they're working this whole canny pedo thing? Is because some jerk off's going to be like, I don't feel like thinking about that.
Yeah.
Never mind the secret shit. What were the last? We haven't won a war in 80 years. We haven't won. How does that happen? Yeah. Where you have a military-industrial complex and then go on to never win.
Yeah.
Well, somebody won. They're just not anybody that fought in it.
The banks won, yeah.
I mean, I guess we got some valuable Gilgamesh treasures or something.
Inky do.
And also, I'm not a fucking racist, so it bothers me when I hear like anybody being cute and trolly about it. I'm like, tell me what the fuck y'all are. Don't be a goddamn.
You mean about Gaza or just race in general?
I find Nick Fuentes to be the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen, because that motherfucker will say some retard shit, and it you know, like what pedos do online. They like to say like they're just kidding. You know, they got to be like the kid from Kiwi Farms is right. There's these horrific VTubers that they call it Connie posting. You know, it's a crab or something it means in Japanese. It sounds like cunny, C-U-N-N-Y. You know, it's in a child's vagina. Nick Fuentes fans, they call it cunny posting.
Really?
Yeah, do you know how he's always bringing up the age of consent as a feminist?
I've heard this, yeah.
Which, I mean, great thing. And before everybody gets mad that this is pedo talk, keep in mind, he's a homosexual. He wants to set a standard that could never be met by any woman, so that he doesn't have to be pressured into doing the trad thing that he's preaching to these other gay kids that are in the closet that probably have a crush on him because they like fashy gay fashion, you know? Like,
There is a connection between the suppression of the sexual desire and fascism that does exist. I mean,
yeah, I'm retaining my semen so I can hate Jews better.
well, there was a book written about in the Reich, Pink Swastika. That's it. Where there's like this weird, and I suspect that notorious underground German BDSM type culture is a kind of a manifestation, which is still there, by the way.
Well, in the files, we find out that Hitler's youth hostel, wherever he stayed, was an Epstein and Rothschild, and
they owned the homeless houses. Correct.
That's right. It sounds like how Charles Manson was found on the streets by Sidney Gottlieb.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's an agent. They all come out of one part of California, him and Jim Jones. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's a whole list of them. I see it start to come out, but most people don't know it or think about it. Mm-hmm. But we just had a shooting here. This is why I think it's important, because we just had a shooting here on 6th Street.
Do you think that was an organized, perfect timing?
I think that's one of them MK Monarch retards
Okay.
they still got left lying around, just like Routh, just like the other kid, just like the guy that shot the president of Slovenia. Do you know the president of Slovenia was going to investigate? I'll never forgot this story, because the president of Slovenia is going to investigate Pfizer, and this is during the pandemic.
Oh, the COOF. Okay.
And something. Oh, and stop giving money to Ukraine. And I go, what's this guy want to get shot?
So now he's yep.
Well, not 2 months later, he gets shot by like a 72-year-old man with no history of violence.
Wow.
So that's somebody calling a hypnotic suggestion.
Sure, yeah.
Or when you hear the same phrase over and over, I'm worried about the future of democracy, or whatever the fuck.
Or the dolphins make me cry.
Whatever it is, there's a bunch of fucking, let's call them Disney adults, rattling around that they're going to hear that hypnotic phrase, and it's going to kick some of them into action.
Yeah.
They did this to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. From what I understand, it's millions of people they did this to. So now what they got to do, never admit they did this. They got to slowly do, because they don't need to do all that shit to control you now. I got great news for everybody. You're all such cattle that they don't have to fucking take you underneath Disney World and fuck you in the and take you in the tunnels of Typhon no more. Mm-hmm. We've found a better way to do it with, like, I don't know, blue
it's all
light.
out in the open, no.
Yeah, and it's in the mass initiation.
Yes.
The externalization of
Right,
the
with
fucking tulpa, dude. Yep.
ISIS unveiled.
I mean, I think the Epstein files is that we're going to tell you what we did. What are you going to do? Fucking nothing. That one guy in the airport's going to yell. That's it.
You know, it's funny. Heidi Fleiss said that when her Black Book was published, remember when that was a big controversy, like 20 years ago in the late 90s, early 2000s, she was like, that actually like made sex workers and this whole industry a lot more acceptable because it was now being discussed by the entire nation, and then people didn't care anymore. So
yeah, I don't think it's an accident, and I think they're
on the way to like normalizing a lot of the stuff.
It's a pyramid. It's like a pyramid's a generational project. That's why they love that shit to me. I think they love it because it's this generational thing, and these are the people that think ahead in generations. That's why they name all their kids after themselves to like the fourth, because it's like a way of cloning without, like you could just see what they're doing, and then and they plant. Whereas poor people, you're in a state of you have to just survive every day.
Yeah.
So there's your hypnosis of the day.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're addicted to something. You got to worry about that. You can't worry about what I'm doing. I mean, it's such a perfect method of control, and I really do think that these assholes got it from someone way back because it's that perfect. It's like I don't believe in astrology, because I'm a Gemini and we're skeptical, obviously, but I don't think the astrology the rich people use is the same as the one dipshits get to use.
Okay.
I think what they're using is something akin to a statistical science.
Okay.
As Joseph P. Farrell, another Orthodox. Aren't you Orthodox?
Familiar with Farrell? Yeah.
Yeah, Farrell is great, dude. But it'll if you have thousands of years of observing things based on, and so when people being born on certain dates is very important. So I mean, the story of Jesus. Why do you send 3 Persian fucking wizard hitmen to go find him? They do this they lie about their birth dates and shit because they're making war on each other. Do you know that?
You think they're hitmen?
The 3 magi were not good guys. No, the star was not. That's being led to. Herod is trying to kill all the firstborn.
I know that, right? But
yeah. So, look, that's what I was taught.
It's funny. I just think it's funny.
One of the things that Jovies have a few things that I was taught that I think are right still. That being one of them. The other one being you can't join the fucking military, and God doesn't approve any government. He allows their authority to be in place. But this Seven Mountains mandate shit where you're supposed to go to battle, Jesus clearly said the majority of people ain't gonna get it. There's no mass awakening. That's horseshit. That's a political thing.
You talking about New Apostolic Reformation, Seven Mountain Mandate?
Yeah, but how many? It's just another version of the same fucking thing. If we're gonna go conquer and say it's God, but I don't think God really is telling you to do that. Okay. I think you just want to do that, and I think that you've heard of Caesar's Messiah, right?
Yeah.
I never bought that because I don't believe top-down shit works that well. What I think is Christ was populism to such a degree. What do they hate the most? Populism, okay? People not blaming the guy next to him, but blaming the leaders. We can't have that ever.
Right.
And I think that spread so quickly that Constantine took the Persian model that had already been done with Zoroastrianism. They had already done this in Persia, so he had a model to work from. And so he just fuses it together because his generals and shit are all doing the Mithra cult.
The model from Persia, like Cyrus? What do you mean?
Whoever was done it just before Constantine. So the Mithra cult is like the Freemasons of its time.
Yeah.
Right. So Mitra is a god, but Mithra is some theosophy style alchemy, hobo chili.
It was a soldier cult.
That's what these things are that in our military. They're a soldier. In fact, Intel, you could say, is a soldier cult in general. To me, the appeal of Christianity is you get to know your beliefs up front for free. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to fucking find out later that you think Xenu's a thing. You know up front what the deal is. That's I used to knock on doors trying to sell the shit. So I'm telling you the selling point is that it don't cost no money, and Christ is trying to save you from this slavery you're born into. So there's no mystery cult shit. That's Babylonian. The mystery cult is J.J. Abrams' mystery box storytelling horseshit to keep you coming back week after week for a very disappointing ending. So Lost and Scientology kind of have the same disappointment.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Xenu, that's what the end was. This is did you just make this up as you went
You
along?
mean how, like how Lost had a shitty ending, you're saying?
Yeah, and J.J. Abrams called it mystery box.
Yeah.
He called
I
it
think
the
everybody was disappointed in the ending of Lost. Yeah, I got you now.
I mean, why aren't more people disappointed? Well, I guess plenty of people disappointed in the ending of Scientology because it doesn't have a lot of members. They have to lie, but it's a CIA cutout, so
Yeah.
that's why it's still there.
And banned like Jehovah's Witnesses were because they're used by intelligence, which
Dude, my mother will tell me about how Russia is persecuting Jehovah's Witnesses, and so naive as I am, I'm always surprised by the absolute infiltration by intel covens into every aspect of life. Quite a shock, but they're in everything. Joe's Club, I'm sure, is lousy with intel. Of course it is. He's the seat of Western power now because Trump got elected. So I promise you, there's probably private spooks and
who's the top spook comedian, and are they?
I don't know, but
are they any good or are they no good?
I would say that if you're really funny as a comedian and you're also a spy, I'm impressed because I would say that's really good. If you could be like, there's got to have been one. I don't know. Bob Hope wasn't funny. He was MK Ultra handler.
He was a handler. Yeah, exactly.
Right. He'd say some shit and do the good. When they always had a golf club.
Do you think like the A-list levels of like the Will Ferrells and those types are?
I think you got to just show you'll be cool no matter what.
No matter what.
And then how far you go depends on the opportunity to be somewhere and show your class, as the Hells Angels put it.
Okay.
And you show class, right? By fucking being down. And then all these rappers you see that ain't had a hit in years, why are they still around? Why are they showing up fucking reality show witches, you know?
What Cat Williams say? They go in the booty hole, okay?
And people accuse him of that. I don't know who went in what Typhon tunnel, but I also don't give that much of a shit. I just am amazed at the level of you got to do some gay. If you're straight, if you're gay, you're gonna have to pretend you're straight. Okay. Like it's not just like if you're straight, you gotta do gay shit, right? But you're gay, you're gonna have to do some straight shit. Whatever you don't like, you gotta
do that.
I need to see your loyalty.
Left-hand path. That's the whole. Do the opposite of what you believe in, and then we know that you're loyal. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do anything? It's in Kingsman. I was probably in a book in Kingsman. You got to shoot your dog
British
like Mossad
they
style.
Actually did that. Yeah, the Nazis did that. British intelligence. Yep.
Oh, Mossad does that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's good to adopt the evil of your enemies. That's the most important thing. And then you got a great moonchild like Hitler. That's why they love Hitler.
Exactly.
He's an empty motherfucking vessel. And if they got the right night to conceive and all that bullshit they go through, there's people clocking when you're born. It's just like at the funeral homes where they sell body parts, and you always hear a story about that. There was a big one in Pennsylvania. You saw that, right?
Oh, wow.
The guy had been selling.
I've heard of those, but I didn't know it was a recent thing. No.
Yeah, and so the guy. So. Okay, also, when you're being born, there's all kinds of creep doctors in on this shit.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take your blood, and they're gonna send it
goes to
somewhere,
Pentagon,
and they could get. I bet they get a little headhunt bounty. Hey, this kid's born. It was an eclipse. This kid was born.
He's a Gemini. He's a Metzger.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that's worth. I doubt that. Thus far, it hasn't proven to be that valuable, but there's still time. But because of the way, have you heard all this shit about like how they believe these sun cults? So basically, you'll hear this New Age thing. It's like a light frequency. That's why the star positions are so important, because different fucking bodies are shining down, and I guess that's that plasma around the Earth and all that.
Telluric influences.
Yeah, that's like the allegories about the river of Styx and all that. That's a plasma river.
Okay.
And so, what do people see plasma balls when they do that stupid CE5? You know that thing where you use your phone like a Ouija board to contact UFOs? You ever do it?
No.
You wanna?
We did do Randonautica one time, and it took us to a weird spot. So.
We did what?
That's that app that people were doing like a couple years ago, where it's like quantum AI that tells you to go to some location and something weird will occur.
Did it happen?
Well, in many cases it does. Like people found like dead bodies, they found treasure, all kind of weird shit.
I never heard of that. That sounds way more interesting
weird.
than CE5.
And it did take us to the true story. The first time we did it, it didn't work every time, but after a couple times, it took us to a place out in the middle of nowhere, and we think that it was probably people meeting up for a lady of the evening, shall we say?
Interesting.
It was, and it was real. Yeah, it happened.
I wonder if it was like Patouche, my beloved children's book character, Patouche, who's an Indian boy pretending to be AI. You know, AI is a scam. It's like artificial Indians.
Go out at this time right now and
Yeah.
you'll have a crazy
Because
experience.
Albania's got an AI prime minister, right?
I heard this, yeah.
And she's pregnant with 83 young, like Yog Sothoth. Wait, who's the black she-goat of the woods?
Of H.P. Lovecraft? Yeah.
Shub Nagroth,
Shub Niggurath, yeah.
the racist stereotype of the woods with 1,000
what
young.
was the N-word, Kurt? What'd you say?
No, it's Nigur Roth.
I know.
So it's Jewish, really. Nigur Roth.
It's Kabbalistic. Actually, the book, there's a whole chapter on Lovecraft and the Kabbalah in that book.
Oh, yo, do you know that Necronomicon they talk about that's supposedly a real one? That's
It's
fucking
Lovecraft.
Lavender wrote that? Peter Lavender wrote
I
that?
read his book, Simon, and that is, the Lovecraft is the author, or excuse me, gives the ideas for the Simon Necronomicon, which I think is that, yeah.
Yeah, you ever do Sean David Patrick Hazlitt show? Through a Glass Darkly? It's a good show, dude. That guy has some good shit on there.
Okay. Who?
Sean Patrick Hazlitt. It's called
Sean
Through a
Patrick,
Glass
okay.
Darkly.
Okay.
But you should talk to him, dude. That would be a good fucking show.
Okay.
Really, my show's just to meet people and tell them about other people they should talk to.
Okay.
It's not a real
podcast about
show.
other people's podcasts. That's meta. I like it.
Yeah, you down with OPP?
You know me.
All right.
You down with CCP?
All right, I got to pee. So I don't know what you all want. Thank you for the book, by the way, Esoteric Hollywood 3, which I cannot
think
wait.
You'll like it.
Dude, I cannot wait
It's
to
stream
shit.
of consciousness, Kurp, Derp style.
Well, that's how you got to channel it, you know?
Right.
I really...
The telluric influences of the Shub Niggurath,
I FAFO my information.
Typhonian. Okay.
Yeah, Typhonian ass magic.
Tunnels.
I'm a master. I just gaped your fourth eye right now.
Uh-oh. Touching butts.
I just gave you a stream from my second butthole up here.
Oh, no.
And, hopefully
Close
that
that
entered
thing.
your fourth eye, and now we're in the convergence of the...
Zone theory. We're full on zone theory.
All right, you just got derped.
Derp with burp.